Hi, this is a tutorial for making Venn diagrams in section 1C. There's various places where you can apply this in your homework and guided practice and quizzes. So this one says, in a class of 40 students, 25 own a bicycle, 17 own a car, and 4 own neither a bicycle nor a car. And we need to figure out how many of the students own both a bicycle and a car. Okay, so I'm going to go ahead and set up my Venn diagrams here. I'm going to use a box to represent everything or everyone. So I know that in this box, what I have represented needs to add up to a total of 40 people. Okay. Now of these 40 students, we have some that own a bike and some that own a car. And we're going to overlap these because there is some redundancy here. And we have 4 that own neither a bike nor a car. Okay. So in this first circle, anybody in this circle owns a bike. Anybody in this circle owns a car. If I list it inside both of them, they own both a bike and a car. And if they're outside both the circles, but still in this box of 40 students, then they own neither a bike or a car. Okay, so from our given information, we actually already know that 4 own neither a bicycle nor a car. So that 4 goes out here. So now what that tells us is it takes our 40 students we're talking about, we already have 4 of them accounted for. So now we're looking at a total of 36 to be represented in these 2 circles somehow. Okay, now we do know that 25 own a bicycle, but we don't know if all of the 25 go here or all of them go here or how to split that up exactly. And the same thing with the 17 that own a car. We know that there will be 17 represented in this circle, but we don't know how many just a car and how many for a bike and a car. Okay, but what we can do is we can compare it to what we know about this total. If we have 25 that own a bike and 17 that own a car, that tells us that we have a total of 42 students represented owning a bike and a car. However, we also know that there's only 36 students that own bikes and cars. So this difference right here is a difference of 6. That tells us that 6 students own both a bike and a car. Okay, because of that overage. 42 is more than the 36 students that would own some type of vehicle. Okay, now that we know our overage, we can go back and figure out how to split up the number of people who own the bike. So if we know that 25 own a bike, and we already have 6 of them represented right here, then that means that 19 own just a bike, but 6 own a bike and a car. There's my 19 plus 6 to give me the 25 that own a bike. Similarly, on the other side, we know that 17 own a car, but 6 of those 17 are already represented in the overlap of owning a bike and a car. So that would mean that 11 of them own a car. And there's my 11 plus 6 that gives me 17. Finally, to double check myself, these 3 numbers should add up to 36. And adding up those 4 that don't own a bike or a car should give us the total of 40 students in the class. Okay, so let's see, 19 plus 1 more is 20, plus 10 is 30, plus 6 gives me the 36, plus the 4 more gives me my 40 students total.